Today, in UFO history. The Hopkinsville Goblins. August 21st, 1955. Hopkinsville, Kentucky. About 7 p.m. Billy Ray Taylor goes into the backyard of the Elmer Lucky Sutton farmhouse, 7 miles north of Hopkinsville, Kentucky, and sees a bright object come from the south-southwest, pass over, and descend into a gully about 500 feet north and about 35 to 40 feet lower elevation. Glennie Langford and 6 other adults, Elmer, Vera, John Charlie, and Aline Sutton, June Taylor, O.P. Baker, and 3 children, Charlton, Lonnie, and Mary Langford, see several gremlin-like creatures float down from trees and approach the house from the dark. They are about 3 feet high with roundish heads, elephantine ears, slit-like mouths extending ear to ear, huge and wide-set eyes, no visible necks, and long arms ending in clawed hands. They wear glowing silver clothing. When they run, they drop on all fours. When one of them approaches the house, Sutton and Taylor fire shotguns through the window, scoring a direct hit. The creature is knocked over but gets up and scuttles off. Taylor walks out the door and one of the creatures grabs at his head. Sutton fires point blank at it, knocking it from the roof, but it just, quote, floats down, unquote. At about 11 p.m., they run out of ammunition, and the entire group flees in terror in 2 cars and drives at high speed into Hopkinsville to report the incident to the police. A state patrolman leaves the Shady Oaks restaurant 3 miles north of Hopkinsville in a car to respond to the call and sees several meteor-like objects streaking over him, sounding like artillery fire. He sees 2 in a series looking like meteors coming from the southwest, headed towards Kelly from the direction of Fort Campbell, a U.S. Army installation. City, county, state, and military police and reporters drive out to the Sutton farm to investigate from 11:30 p.m. to 2 a.m. The UFO entities return at about 2:30 a.m. Glennie Langford is trying to get to sleep when she sees one outside her window, stretching its claw-like hands up to the screen. Elmer Sutton again shoots at them without effect. The last one is seen at about 5:15 a.m. Jerome Clark writes that investigations by, quote, police, Air Force officers from nearby Fort Campbell, and civilian ufologists found no evidence of a hoax, unquote. However, Brian Dunning reports that, quote, the claim that Air Force investigators showed up the next day at Mrs. Langford's house has been published a number of times by later authors. But I could find no corroborating evidence of this. Dunning also observes that, quote, the 4 military police who accompanied the police officers on the night of the event were from an Army base, not an Air Force base, unquote. Skeptic Joe Nickel notes that the family could have misidentified great horned owls, which are nocturnal, fly silently, have yellow eyes, and aggressively defend their nests. He thinks Taylor and Sutton were drinking heavily. Meteor sightings also occurred at the time that could explain Billy Ray Taylor's claim that he saw, quote, a bright light streak across the sky and disappear beyond a tree line some distance from the house, unquote. Original text by George Eberhardt, adapted for video. Research and collection by Jeff Knox. Links in the description. I'm Telesma Blooorb. Thank you for watching.